All right. Bobby Monsoon just dropped another video of a Dynamite review. And also in the beginning of this video, instead of wrestling news, he's gonna talk about the New Day possibly coming to AEW, which they will. It's only a matter of time. But we're gonna go ahead and react to this. Now, FYI, Bobby Monsoon is not too pleased with this card. Mainly because the fact that I think the Will Ospreay and the Kenny Omega promo kind of thrown him off, along with the MJF winning the triple threat match to win against winning against Speedball and what's his name, Nick Wayne. So he ain't liking that. So of course, if he start acting a little bit drained and disappointed, just know you heard it from me, okay? But things did start to pick up when Swerve and Hangman pulled up in Ricochet. But again, that's in the second hour. So let's not waste no time. Let's go ahead and get started with this review. And we'll go from there. All right, let's get started. What's up, guys? I just want to let you guys know that I just signed up for Twitch. So if you guys want to catch me streaming or you want to catch me on somebody else's stream, make sure you guys get on the bio and click on the link. So that way you can subscribe and catch me on there and on online, because right now it says offline, but I will be online and I'll let you guys know. Also, make sure you guys scan this QR code to follow me on Instagram. If not, you can get in the bio and there'll be a link down below where you can do it on there for, if you want it just to be simple or very easy for you. If you don't want to scan the QR code, the link will be on the bio. Also, don't forget my Twitter page. I also have that. There will also be on the bio for the link down below. So make sure you guys follow me on there. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You already know what it is. You already know I always drop that exclusive content for you guys. So, of course, we got to get to the video. So let's go ahead and get to the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share if you're new. Let's get started.
Oh, it's a new day. Yes, it is. You messed up now. Kofi and Creed's on the scene. Ooh, they say it's about to be official, y'all. The New Day is going to be all elite after they turned down the 50% pay cut from TKO. I heard Tony Khan gave him the blank check. I heard he took the big bag of money and treated it like that Nickelodeon slime from back in the day and slapped it on him like it was nothing, man. The tag team division is gonna get interesting. But think about this, y'all. I was thinking about this a few hours ago, actually, man. You got Swerve, you got Tony Storm, you got Ricochet, Andrade, Miss Mercedes Moné, and now the New Day. I know this is wrestling, but if this was the NFL, WWE will break the record for the most turnovers in history. I mean, think about it. Look how the Fed just keeps fumbling when it comes to new talent. Man, this is embarrassing. Now, we all knew when the New Day turned down the reconstructed contract TKO was offering and decided to walk away from the Fed, going to AEW felt inevitable, man. And now it looks like it could be official. According to a report from Fightful Select, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, who's now going by Austin Creed, are expected to join AEW soon. Fightful reached out to sources within the company, and while those sources stopped short of outright confirming that the contracts have been signed, the writing is on the wall. After everything these dudes accomplished in WWE, they're now set to completely reinvent themselves. And we already seen AEW do that successfully with former WWE talent Swerve Strickland, Tony Storm, Ricochet, Andrade, Mercedes Moné, like I said before in the beginning of the video, and even FTR got reinvented. So if this Fightful report turns out that what everybody thinks is gonna be, the New Day could be getting ready for a completely new chapter in AEW. This is hard, man. The tag team division is looking promising. You got the Motor City Machine Guns, who debuted a few weeks ago. You got Cage Legend Cope at the top of the division as champions. You got the Young Bucks, still one of the best tag teams in professional wrestling. You got Gates and Agony from the Demand. You got the Hurt Syndicate somewhere lurking. Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, FTR, like I said, Brodito, Private Party somewhere in the mix, and more. I can't wait to see what we got in store for the New Day storyline-wise, because watching these dudes in the Fed over the last few years been torture. WWE didn't exactly give them much to work with towards the end of their run. Turning on Big E was probably the most interesting thing they've done within recent memory. They finally had some real heat, and creative completely dropped the ball and went in a completely different direction with their characters, man. Remember when they won the titles at WrestleMania in a lackluster match wrapped around Clash of the Titans sponsorship that looked straight goofy? On both of these teams, they held the belts for about 2 months, man, dropping them only after defending them twice. Then after they lost the titles, instead of it leading into some type of good storyline, they spent months walking around in black clothes and doing this funeral attire, mourning like we didn't see Chelsea Green literally do the same exact thing months ago. Then out of nowhere, they added Grayson Waller to be the third member of the New Day, which made the booking even more confusing. Now in AEW, we not only get the opportunity to see better matches from these two, but hopefully we get better storylines too. One thing about Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, these dudes are creative geniuses. The fact that they got the New Day gimmick over as well as they did and became legends in the tag team division is proof that when you give these guys a little creative freedom, good things are gonna happen, and they're definitely gonna be entertaining. Now, speaking of creative direction in the New Day, that's a good segue into Mr. Swerve Strickland. Swerve and Prince Nana returned on Dynamite last night and addressed Brodito and Hangman. Ricochet comes out to interrupt them, and the Demand was about to jump Swerve, but Swerve left with this sick smile on his face. Then he put out a cryptic message on X. Everybody's wondering, who is bro about to recruit, man? What does he mean connecting the dots? Before Dynamite even aired, there were already posts on X speculating that Swerve now could be teaming up with the New Day, and I think this would be so fire. I never even contemplated them teaming up, but now that I think about it, that's almost a perfect situation for Kofi and Creed to get their feet wet for the first few weeks. Have them alongside Swerve, let them get established, then maybe later on down the line we could get the match of the New Day and the Young Bucks. Or maybe it's not even the New Day. Maybe Swerve goes in a completely different direction and recruit the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin. But let me know in the comments who else he could potentially recruit on the roster.
Yeah, I wanted to stop real quick because I wanted to speak on the New Day. Now, listen, man, drop a clues bomb for the New Day for making the right decision by signing with AEW. Now, let's just hope that Bayley get the same treatment. Now, unfortunately, she got a long way, but the good thing is, if she can take my advice, talk to Mercedes and see if she could holler at her boyfriend, because he is a lawyer in real life. If she could holler at her boyfriend and see if she can get out of that hellhole deal, I mean, hey, she might get out quicker than you know it. But again, we have to wait and see. But hopefully she can try to get out of that contract as soon as possible, because she got till next year in order for her to do so. So let's hope that she got out of that contract, because right now she's just trolling with the fans until she could, figure this out. But if I was her, there's nothing to figure out. You made your decision. Stay away from the Fed, you know what I'm saying, and stay away from the ring and stay, and just continue to, live your life and continue to practice with Mercedes Moné until it's time for you to get in that ring with her or to team up with her. If you feel me, she'll, again, I don't know for sure if she's going, but based off the polls that I did on my Instagram, it seems to me like people are, saying that she is going, and the fact that the people in the back are upset with her posts, that should let you know right there that she's not going. Now, unfortunately, there's some people that are in denial and still thinking that she's going to stay. But, y'all personally shouldn't give a fuck because y'all didn't care about her anyway. And then all of a sudden, now that she's trending, now you want to, now you want to say, oh no, she's going to stay. Well, why? Right. So before y'all were just saying she needs to go to AEW. And now that their contract is going to expire, now you want to sit here and tell me you want her back. No. It don't work like that. Okay. She's not R-Truth. All right. So I believe that she's going to go to AEW. BCB's whole says that she's going to AEW. Bobby Monsoon says she's going to AEW. So let's just hope that she's going. But we need to see if she can get out of that contract early. So hopefully she talked to Mercedes Monet's boyfriend. And hopefully she'll get out of that contract sooner. But we have to wait and see. So shout out to the New Day, man. Hopefully Bailey joins with him. But as of right now, we have to see where things go from here. So, yep. So that's all I can say on that. But I know for sure they're going to team up with Swerve to go against, the Trios Championships and possibly win them. And are they going to hold on to them? I don't know. But I think they should because it will set up a good story for them, So we'll see how it goes from here. But let's get back to the video.
Now, I don't know what direction Swerve's gonna go in when it comes to hiring help, but I do know one thing. I don't want no smoke with whoever he recruits. I actually went out my way to make this be known, man. I went on his website, www.swervestrickland.com, and if you missed the live, look, Swerve, I done got me a t-shirt, man. This is fire, bro. It got the good old logo, some good old merch. I got me a cassette tape. I got me a CD. I done bought everything I could on the website. So all you guys that's running, telling Swerve all the negative stuff I done said, make sure you tell him the positive too, man. If you think about it, I'm just like a guy that bought a brand new car fresh off the lot. Oh, why you say that, Bobby Monsoon? Well, because I don't want no problem.
Knife on me. What is this? This nigga when I say Hollywood a bitch at 12, I'm delivering a square. How we get into a struggle, got my knife.
That's how he said it, though. Dynamite started off with Goku and Vegeta, y'all. This is what y'all wanted, right? Where's all the people that was in my comments telling me, oh, this is gonna be the greatest match of all time?
Oh man, is this just content?
Okay, that might be true. It might still be the greatest match of all time. I know the route getting there is a little bit lackluster, to say the least. Now, I'm not saying it's trash. I'm not saying it's the worst thing in the world. What I am saying is I'm not feeling like this is the most important thing on the card of All In, man. I'm not feeling that hatred. I'm not feeling like this is a must-win for Ospreay. I'm just not feeling the emotion I need to be feeling like back in 2024, Daniel Bryanson versus Swerve, title versus career match. 2025, Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page for the belt, Texas Death Match. I'm not feeling that! And I'm sorry, AEW sickos. I already know I'm gonna have people in the comments. Let Tony Khan cook. It's 17 days until All In, and technically it's 11. Yo, this Saturday Collision is all Continental Cup, bro. So by the time we get to Wednesday, it's going to be 11 days. 2 more Dynamites until the biggest event of this company career.
Yo, listen, man.
We need something. We need a home run. Either the next Dynamite or the go home show. It's just like, come on, bro. You got to do something. The whole I respect you. Yo, Kenny Omega. I'm going to tell y'all what happened, man. Will Ospreay's cutting a promo, right? Don Callis comes out. He starts talking about, oh, man, I was with you when you beat Kenny Omega, and I was with Kenny Omega when he was on top, and I'm sorry, my bad. Let me put some respect. Don Callis of the Don Callis family! All right, there we go. My bad. So back to Don Callis. He's on the mic and he's talking about how, you know what I mean, he's with whatever he was saying. But the Don Callis came in. They started jumping Will Ospreay, man. And Kenny Omega saves the day. And he has a pipe in his hand and he tells him, oh, man, it's the last time I'm saving you. Like, what are we doing? We're moving backwards. At Redemption, Kenny Omega hit Ospreay with the one-winged angel. I'm thinking the cleaner's back. The week after that, he slaps Will Ospreay up. I'm thinking the cleaner's back. I'm thinking, y'all, he called himself the cleaner because he was doing anything to collect all the belts. Maybe he's calling himself the cleaner because he became squeaky clean and he's going to roll the red carpet out for Will Ospreay to win in London, bruv. If you ask me, I'm having Ospreay lose in London.
Well, let me just say this, right? I mean, I don't have no issue with the promo. I think the only thing that was a little bit irritating was just the fact Will Ospreay was lecturing. I felt like his promo was too long. He could have shortened it. And, I mean, it was the same issue as last time. You know, when Kenny Omega rolled out the wing, and man, he was going too long. Like, bro, he was preaching like a pastor, but except his preaching wasn't, you know, it didn't have no bullet points in it. You know what I'm saying? Like he was speaking through the heart. But where's the periods? You know what I'm saying? Like when you say a sentence, you're supposed to have a period. He kept going and did not put a period in his sentence. Kind of remind me of Izzy Dame, aka Bougie Boo. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you could cut a promo, but you gotta put a period in your sentence, man. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Like it ruins people's attention span, and it doesn't, and people can't stay focused when you do that shit, bro. Some promos just have to be straight to the point, you know? Otherwise, we're not going to be able to listen for very much long because it only takes 30 minutes for a human being to listen. But with these with these iPhones and technology, it's less than that now. This is why it's so hard for a student to listen in class, because you have us there for like 45 minutes. If you guys been to school, you know. And unfortunately, we can only listen for 20 or 15 because, especially if you're talking about something that we truly don't care about. You know what I mean? So, look, man, shout out to Will Ospreay, but, you know, if you're going to cut these promos, man, please get straight to the point. That's just the only issue I have. But everything else was fine. I mean, Don Callis coming out, I didn't have a problem with that because, you know, they have history. Both men, you know, have history with Don Callis. And you know what? If he gets involved in the storyline, I don't care. You know what I mean? Whatever we could do to get this interesting, I don't care. You know, that's just me, okay? We can disagree, but I don't care if Don is in this storyline because, you know, again, he can. But the problem is we need Kenny and Will to tell a story. And when you got Don Callis involved, it's no longer their story. It's his story too. So it's like, bro, we're just trying to figure things out. And right now, I don't know. I mean, I don't see the problem, but it just seems to me like everybody just want Kenny and Will to beat each other up. And I'm like, well, we got till next week to do it. And Kenny's not going to pull up the Collision. So, listen, man, you talk about pulling the trigger. Well, if you're going to pull the trigger, let's see some impact next week. Like it's TNA. The old TNA. So it's like, come on, man. Like, Kenny, listen, I fuck with you. But if Bobby Monsoon wants you to beat up Will Ospreay, beat him up, bro. You know, it's not gonna ruin y'all friendship because we know y'all are cool behind the scenes. Just give us what we want and give Will Ospreay a beat down, all right? You don't need the Don Cass family. You can clean house with that fool, all right? All right? And by fool, and listen, there's no disrespect to Will. I'm just saying, bro, people want to see blood feud. And if there's no blood feud, if there's no competition involved in this, then this ain't gonna work. You know, and if Kenny is not going to be able to give Will Ospreay a reason why he should win this belt, then at that point, you're gonna have to retain the belt, and then Will's just gonna have to try again next year. And this time, you can either beat Kenny or you could beat MJF. If I was you, I'll beat MJF because that's the match we need to see. So. Maybe we could wait till World's End. Maybe we could wait till one of these pay-per-views is coming up. But until then, give us what we want. Okay. Next week, give us what we want so that way people can stop being all drowsy and depressed. Because like I said, man, we already hyped up for the mid-card division. So can you do something with this, please? Otherwise, people are not going to give this main event a good grade. So that's all I got to say on that. But I'm going to let Bobby continue. But like I said, I liked it. I liked the segment. I did because, like I said, to me, I looked at it like, okay, remember when Will got slapped and then he slapped Kenny back and then he was about to hit the blade, but then Kenny flinched? That's how I looked at it. You know what I'm saying? And with Kenny, Kenny looked like he was about to hit her with a pipe. And then, Will was flinching. But then Kenny had to let him know, hey, bro, I warned you about these people. But just know that just because I came out to save you doesn't mean I ain't going to do it again. And I'm like, okay, well, next week, let us know that. Show us that. If you get attacked by the Don Cass family, don't come out. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're going to come out and clean house, right? I would really like it if you did like Triple H where he looked like he was about to help Stone Cold, but then hit him with the sledgehammer and revealed that he was the one that hit him with the car. Do something like that, where the Don Cass family leaves the ring, you beat up Will Ospreay, and then for the last Dynamite, you let him know. Otherwise, again, something's got to give, bro. You're gonna have to do something. So, and we'll see. We'll see. But let's continue.
I'm thinking the buildup is not there. We might need to pull a WrestleMania 39. I'm sorry for bringing up the Fed AEW sickos, but this might, it's so obvious Will Ospreay gonna win in London. I think Tony Khan need to throw a curveball, have Kenny Omega retain, and let's just figure it out there, man. MJF being hurt just really messed a lot of things up. I think, if you ask me. Speaking of MJF, he had the triple threat match that I really wasn't excited for, to be honest, man. You got Nick Wayne, Speedball Mike Bailey, MJF. Now, if you watch this match, you could tell MJF, he didn't do no crazy spots, you know what I mean? He didn't really work too heavily. He kind of left out the ring. He went on commentary, and he was like, man, I'm going to let these two idiots fight while I scrap the bones. That was kind of fun. MJF always do great work as a heel, man, and he wasn't really too active in this match, though, man. But, of course, he finds a way to win. He taps out Nick Wayne, and then he grabs the mic, and he says, I'm the only true champion, the OTC, the OTC.
Well, according to this page that I found, I think it's Nico Extra One. He's saying that this, OTC shirt that they're selling is fake, and MJF ain't claiming to be the OTC. He's just saying that just to be on some shit. So, shout out to MJF for clearing that up because I didn't really understand why people would be upset about that, but whatever, just pettiness from the Fed. So just wanted to put that out there.
Sounds familiar. I'm not gonna lie, man. Y'all know MJF, my favorite wrestler. Y'all know that's my man. I was happy when he came back, Grand Slam. Him doing this only true champion, I don't understand it at all, bro. If you're the only true champion, why are you going into a gauntlet match then for a contract? The same thing you done last year. Are you the true champion or somebody else? Now, they're telling me, a lot of my chat, shout out my AEW sickos in the chat, they're telling me, hey, Bobby, slow down. Hey, that's MJF character. That's your favorite wrestler, but you don't know his character. He's delusional. And it's like, I get it, man. If that's his character, okay, but that doesn't mean this is fire. It's not, bro. I'd rather have MJF be out of the gauntlet. I'll have him like act like he's boycotting All In or something like that. Have him do a special occasion, special something at All In, bro. And I don't know. It just seems like a mess. I honestly don't know what I would do at this point, man. MJF not being in the championship picture 2 times in a row is kind of crazy, bro. It is, man. The only true champion, but being in a gauntlet match to be the real champion, then leaning on that he's delusional. That's why it makes sense. It doesn't make sense. It's lackluster.
Well, me personally, I don't care that MJF won. I'm just glad that he's doing something. I mean, you would think that him being there would help. But then once I found out about Mexico, I was just stand corrected that MJF is not a draw like people think he is. But you guys wanted him back, so there you go. All right. You asked for him. Now he's here and he's trying to fight off an injury. And that's again, you guys asked for him to be here. So now that he's here, you guys are disappointed at what direction he's going. I mean, look, I am too. I mean, I think he should be facing Andrade for the not a national championship, but who knows? Maybe next week, they'll both maybe take themselves out of it and then just have a one-on-one. But we have to wait and see. So, will Andrade win the Garlic match? I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see on that. But I don't know if MJF's gonna win it though with that leg of his. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see, because I don't think he's eligible to compete to go against the champ. Yeah, I just don't think so. So I say let's just give him a minute. Yeah, let's give him a minute. But let's continue. Let's continue.
Just like how Tekla not being an All In doesn't make sense either. Once again, y'all, she done carried this company on her back when it comes to the women's division. Majority of the year, dog. I don't understand now. Shout out Mercedes and Willow. They did a segment that was kind of cool. Mercedes Moné, she came and attacked Willow. I feel like we got more heat with Mercedes and Willow than Ospreay and Omega. That's a different story. Mercedes and Willow, that was a fire backstage joint. I still want something for Tekla. I don't understand why this wasn't a triple threat. Tekla should have went in All In with the championship around her waist. It should have been a triple threat match, and that would have been way more fire than seeing the same match we've seen over and over again. I promise you, dog. I'm not trying to go nuclear on the AEW stream, but y'all know how much I love Tekla, man. Seriously, dog. Let's reward this woman for the job she's done in 2026, dog. I am trying not to snap over this. God help me, bro.
Yeah, I agree with Bobby. I mean, Tekla should have been in this match. I don't know why we're just focusing on these two. Honestly, I'm starting to care less about that feud because without Tekla, it's just pointless. So, honestly, I think if you ask me, I think Will and Nightingale should retain against Mercedes. And let's just start over. You know what I'm saying? Let's get Tekla back. Let's get a triple threat match. And let's see if Mercedes can win it all out or full gear or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I know people want Mercedes to win it all in, but unfortunately, she's not going all in with Will and Nightingale. I mean, because unfortunately, I have to keep it 100. I don't like Will and Nightingale's booking, man. I really don't. I don't like the push because I feel like she's being over pushed. And remember, and listen, it's not even just her. It's Chris Stanlander. Like Chris Stanlander, bro. I just really wish they would have just had her join the Death Riders, man. I don't understand why they want to keep this babyface gimmick. I mean, maybe it's because she won the title and they wanted to keep it going. Okay, I understand that. But she don't have the title no more. So can you give her a reason why she should tell a better story? You want her to connect with the crowd, but you're not doing anything new with her. All you got to do is just have her turn heel so that way she can learn from that mistake with Thekla. Because that's what should have happened. Like, after she lost against Thekla, she should have been numbed. She should have been angry. She should have been like literally, like, if you guys saw that promo with Chris Stanlander backstage when she had her shades on, that's the Chris Stanlander I want to see. I want to see that dark side of Chris Stanlander. That's when there's someone that will fuck people up, literally break them in half and destroy everything until she gets what she wants. And that's the payback on Thekla. That should have been her storyline. All you had to do, Tony, was, okay, after she lost to Thekla, all you had to do was change her character. The character, have her become a dominant heel by taking out everybody she see, no matter who it is. Maybe you could have, even if you don't want to have her be a full heel, have her as a tweener where she could like take out anybody in the back. But nah, man, you just gonna keep her as a babyface and then change her theme song in the process. It's just stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I know Thekla can do better than this. I know she can. I just don't understand why Tony doesn't want to switch it up. And and I'm looking at Willa Nightingale and I'm like, Tony, I'm sorry, but I don't like Willa Nightingale being pushed. I don't. Because when she gets pushed, it ruins everybody else's opportunities. If y'all saw the TBS reign, bro, that reign sucked. Because unfortunately, everybody that could have been champions got jobbed out, bro. Why? Come on, bro. Anna Jay lost to Willa Nightingale, and it made everybody say she's going to NXT. Thank God she resigned, but if she would have won the belt, at least it would have kept her. It could have kept her staying put. You know what I mean? Queen Emanata could have won that belt, but then lost. Hakushita had a storyline with Willa Nightingale and then got thrown out the window and got swerved to Chris Stanlander. It got passed to Chris Stanlander. And now Chris Stanlander's beefing with her, Persephone, and you got, Hyon and Maya World involved, including Thunder Rosa. And I'm looking around like, where's Mina? Mina was involved in the storyline too. Where the hell is she? She's supposed to tell her story with the absence of Toni Storm, and she's nowhere to be found, bro. And it's just like, bro, this shit is just irritating, bro. I don't know what the hell is going on, man. All I know is that this needs to be fixed. And if it ain't going to get fixed, then you need to have Willa Nightingale retain the belt until we can get this right. You're going to have to take the crookeds with the straights. You understand? You got to take the crookeds with the straights. So hopefully Thekla comes back, but I don't know if she's going to come back soon, but she got to come back at some point. Whatever, man. We're going to skip the part where he's talking about Jay White and David Finlay because obviously he had nothing positive to say about it. I liked the match. It was good. I think that David Finlay and Jay White went all out. Now that David Finlay is out of the tournament, we just hope that Jay White be able to beat Jon Moxley for the belt. So hopefully, and then maybe that would be the start of Bang Bang Gang getting some gold. But I don't know if they're gonna get the trio titles. Unfortunately, if Swerve and New Day pair up, which they will, and they win the belts, there's no way the Bang Bang Gang is gonna take it. So their best chance is to either take the tag team titles or go to Ring of Honor and take the trio titles there and just do that. You know what I'm saying? Now Ace Austin, he still has an opportunity to win the Ring of Honor title. Not the main one with Bandito, but one of the, maybe the Ring of Honor TV title. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully that will be the case. But that's my input on that. Let's go ahead and continue with the review.
Now the second hour of Dynamite got a little bit more interesting. You got Hangman Adam Page, Brodito, the trio champions, man. They coming out. They about to have this little celebration. It's about to be celebratory, but of course, we know who's going to ruin that. Mr. Swerve Strickland, Prince Nana coming out. He's popping it, man. Remember, he beat Bandito at Double or Nothing. He beat Brody King, tried to stomp his head into a cinder block at, I forgot what pay-per-view that was. And you know the history between Hangman. You know the history between Swerve, man. We thinking we're going to get Hangman and Swerve one-on-one one more time. But nah, man, you got a Ricochet coming out with the Demand, Gates Agony, and some friends. Popping at the Swerve, man, and they have a little back and forth. They about to jump Swerve, but Swerve walks away with a sick smile. He sends a tweet out, something about connecting dots and stuff like that, man. It's obvious that we might be doing maybe a triple threat trios match at All In. I don't know, man, but Swerve seems to be calling himself the Glue for a certain reason. We'll find out, man. And I promise you, dog, Dynamite seemed like it started at 9 p.m. yesterday. This is when I started to get interested in seeing what's going on, man. And I think this would be fire, of course, dog.
Yeah, I'll skip the picture. I'm just gonna lead us up, but yeah, man. Shout out to Swerve. I'm glad he came back. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ricochet, too. I'm glad that he cut a promo on two biggest superstars in AEW, and that's Adam Page and Swerve. Yeah, I hope we do get a trios tag team match. I mean, it's going to be epic. I already know All In. It's going to go all in. If you're my little baby, I'll go all in. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be dope, and I can't wait to see, the New Day teaming up with Swerve. It's going to be awesome. I wonder what theme song they're going to have. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Right, so yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool. But yeah, man. I mean, we'll see if they'll continue to build it up until like the 30th. But yeah, man, it's gonna be dope to see. So yeah, let's continue.
Next, you got a random match of Kevin Knight retaining his belt against Chris Jericho. This was a good match for the most part, man. The ending was just cringe, though, man. I got to keep it a bean. Jericho has Kevin Knight in the walls of Jericho in the middle of the ring. I'm guessing Don Callis was supposed to interfere and hit him with the screwdriver, but Chris Jericho was way too far from the ropes. So he gets up and actually moves closer to the rope so he could get hit with the screwdriver and lose the match. Man, this was just hard to watch. I'm gonna show y'all how crazy this was.
No, there's no need. I watched this match. Now, FYI, when I went live, I ain't go front. I didn't start mine until like 9 o'clock, but when I was trying to start at 9, man, this is the first match that I watched, and I didn't really care too much of it. I just like the fact that the Jet retained the belt. That was the only thing I was happy about. But other than that, I don't know what Chris Jericho gonna do. He probably gonna be at 0 hour, unfortunately. But hopefully he'll have something to do. Maybe in the next couple of weeks, I guess. But I'm just glad that the Jet retained the belt. So now he's gonna be facing Darby Allin at All In a Falls Count Anywhere match. So that's cool. I can't wait to watch that. It's gonna be dope. Hopefully Kevin Knight don't bleed, but we'll have to wait and see. So we'll see if Darby's gonna take the belt from him. But if I was them, I would just have Kevin retain, and hopefully his next opponent is Speedball. So let's hope. You know what I mean? Hopefully he get his first dub at All In. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, let's go. Let's continue. Shout out to Kevin Knight. Everybody say Kevin Knight. Yeah.
Darby Allin cutting a promo saying, Kevin Knight, let's see if you can really deserve that TNT title. Let's see if you really next up in AEW. Let me see you in a falls count anywhere, a street fight, no disqualification. I forgot specifically what it was, man. But they're going to be fighting all over the arena. You could guarantee that. I'm going to tell you why this match is fire, y'all. Kevin Knight is having his best year of his professional wrestling career, if you ask me, since I've seen him. And Darby Allin is having his best year. He won the title. He not only won the AEW championship, he had a great title reign too. Even though it was short, probably one of the shortest, best transitional title reigns I've seen in professional wrestling. And these two have a lot to prove. These two will be looking to steal the show at All In. Do not be surprised if they do. Oh man, I forgot the Don Callis family. Gonna definitely be stealing the show. It's going to be hard, Kevin Knight and Darby Allin. We got a 3-way match for the International Championship. Okada, you got Takeshita, and you got Kyle Fletcher. See, what happened was they was backstage, man. Kyle Fletcher cutting a promo. Don Callis saying, look, I got to play with the Don Callis family. We can't take no losses. We're doing a triple threat match.
Kyle Fletcher, a huge congratulations to you successfully defending your international championship.
Thank you so much, Renee. Speedball Mike Bailey, he always brings the best out of me, but regardless, still in the midst of the greatest international title reign of all time, which leads me to what's next. What's next for me and what's next for this championship? Well, if you've been keeping track, I have now defended this championship 3 times in 3 different countries. So, thinking of that, I think we add another one to the list for defense number 4. So I'm looking forward to the United Kingdom, to Wembley Stadium, and to All In.
I am so glad you feel that way because, you know, in my weekly golf game with Tony Khan, he pointed out to me that there is an international champion, a former champion, who has not had a rematch. So, Tony and I were thinking...
Do not tell me I'm defending this championship against Takeshita.
Technically, yes, but I was able to extract something from Tony Khan in that conversation for us. You see, I remembered there's another international former champion that has not had a rematch. So you see, at All In, it's going to be great, Kyle. It's going to be Kyle Fletcher versus Takeshita versus No. Here's the thing. Now, I know you're not very good at math, so I'm going to make this simple. You're probably thinking to yourself, well, I have a 66% chance of the Don Callis family retaining this title. But I think with my guidance, you two working together, there is a 100% chance that the Don Callis family retains this belt.
What about my chances? What about my title reign?
Kyle, the only thing that matters is that the international title stays in the family.
Oh, what a guy. I mean, my man. Yeah.
Yeah, this is not good.
And this is going to be fire, man. Don Callis family guaranteed to walk out with gold in London. I'm not complaining. That match very well might steal the show, man. We got a lot of good matches tonight, man. We got a lot of good matches coming in for All In. My problem isn't All In. We all know all of them are going to work. Just some of these storylines, I just wish we went in different directions. I just wish I felt a little bit more as far as the creative. And some AEW sickles are going to completely ignore me saying that, bro. They're going to completely ignore me saying everything I like about the build-up. All they're going to do is highlight the bad. And we got to stop doing that, bro. Seriously. Next, you got Chris Statlander going over Viva Van, I think her name was. Man, this is my first time seeing her wrestle, but man, I was definitely impressed with her work, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. But Chris Statlander goes over. She does an interview with Mick Foley, and there's gonna be, I think, a 4-way match. You got Chris Statlander, Persephone, Hirakushida, and who else? Maya World for the TBS Championship. I guess, bro. I guess it's cool, man. You know what I mean? I like Maya World, but I feel like they're not telling enough story with her and with the TBS championship. I'm not really invested in anything they're doing with Sheeta and Chris Statlander. It's cool. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's just I don't feel nothing when I see it. And, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure it'll be a solid match. Next, you got Thunder Rosa, Maya World going over Persephone and Sheeta. This was a solid tag team match. Like I said, it's just the same. Nothing. It's just a random tag team match, man. Honestly, some of these matches didn't need to be on Dynamite. I wish that they told a little bit more story with Kenny Omega and Ospreay, man. It's like at that point yesterday we had 3 Dynamites to tell this story, and what they did in the beginning of the show left a lot more to be desired. But like we had all night instead of all these matches and. Dog, why can't we tell a little bit more story of the biggest prize? We're talking about the AEW Championship. This is the most prestigious prize you could have in this company. But whatever, the tag team match.
Yeah, I agree with Bobby. The tag team match was all right. I mean, I did a reaction video for you if y'all want to go check it out on YouTube. But however, I am looking forward to the Fatal 4-Way match. I'm hoping that Persephone wins, and I pray that Chris Statlander do not win this match because she don't need to win this at all. Chris Statlander need to turn heel and to attack everybody backstage until she gets what she wants, and that's Thekla. All right? Let's get that match. Let's get that hardcore blood and guts type of match between those two, and I want it this year before the year is out, right? So let's get that, please, because Chris needs to turn heel immediately. All right, she needs to, but yeah, I'm looking forward to the Fatal 4-Way, and I'm going with Persephone. So let's hope that she wins. But if Akushita wins, I ain't mad at it. As long as we get to see Persephone get a push, that's all I care about. All right, so let's continue.
After that, you have a banger main event. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'll be telling y'all AEW sickos, I don't see what y'all see in Jack Perry, bro. Like, Jack Perry, cool. I'm not saying he's trash, but, you know what I mean? I like his song. I like doing, whoa, I like doing that, but I don't really see what y'all see. But that changed after the night. Just like Kyle O'Reilly, man. Jack Perry a dog, bro. Him and John Moxley in a straight dog fight for the Continental Cup. Now, I don't understand why we're doing the Continental Cup, but that Jack Perry performance, I'm like, all right, this means something. And these are the type of matches I want to see on Collision. Now, I'm not going to jinx it. Y'all know I'll be missing Collision. I want to see Roderick Strong versus Kyle O'Reilly. I'll be missing Collision. You know what I mean? I'm guilty of that. But I want to see how hard these people go, these wrestlers go this Saturday with this Continental Cup, man. This was a dog fight in the main event, but you know how it ended. John Moxley tapping out. Nah, he didn't even tap out Jack Perry. Jack Perry, he passed out. I think Moxley choked him out. You know what I mean? Beat him up. Got color on him. Biting his face. He whipped Jack Perry, man. Jack Perry was fighting back. He did everything he could. Moxley just a dog. We all know this. It's different. Happily, Moxley is still in the tournament. And at the end, a lot of people saying it's going to be Moxley and Jay White in the main event. So we'll see how that happens. But let me know in the comments what you think about that. All right, Dynamite, man. I'm never looking for a perfect. I would like a perfect show, of course, but was Dynamite perfect? No. Did we have better Dynamites? Yeah. Was it the worst show of all time? No. We got the return of Swerve. We got some questions that's answered. You know what I mean? We got a great main event, and it was alright. You know what I mean? It was alright. We're really close to all in though, man. We're 30 days out. I keep saying we're 11 days out if you ask me. Because the Saturday is all Continental Cup matches in Collision. I said this before, bro. By the time we get to Dynamite again, it's going to be 11 more days. We have 2 episodes of Dynamite before going into the biggest show of the year. I just wanted to feel like that, dog. I don't want to go into a show, then the pay-per-view is good, then I'm like, this is a great pay-per-view, but I want to get excited for that pay-per-view, bro. I'm not feeling the same excitement that I felt last year and the year before that. Sickles, I'm sorry. I'm not saying that. I'm sorry. Oh my God, I can't. I'm sorry, bro. It's cool. It's fire, bro. These last 2 episodes of Dynamite, man, I want Tony Khan to really hit a home run. Yes, my expectations are above the roof. It's outside of the roof. Yes, if this was WWE and they did a percentage of anything, I'll be saying it's the greatest thing ever because my expectations are super low. For AEW, my expectations are high. We got 2 more Dynamites. Let's go. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about that, man. I'm going to be arguing with y'all in the comments because I know there's going to be a bunch of explanation of why I shouldn't think what I think. So I'll be arguing with y'all in the comments. Don't worry. I'll make sure I carve a nice amount of time out for it. I'm going to holler at y'all. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, I don't have no opinion on Jack Perry versus John Moxley, but however, I did watch the match. It was all right. Now we got to get ready for Collision. So 8:00, I will be going live to watch Collision. So make sure you guys tune in at 8. All right, and hopefully my power won't go out again, so that way I can watch the whole thing without doing it late night. So y'all looking at the card, man, you see it: Roderick Strong versus Kyle O'Reilly, and then of course Nigel versus Shibata. And then, of course, Brian Cage versus, I can't pronounce his name. I assume it's, I can't pronounce it right now. But Brian Cage will be facing one of the Luchador champions. So, of course, Hustigo, I guess his name is. And then, of course, Adam Page and Benito versus the Lethal Twins. We already know the results with that one. And then, of course, Mercedes Moné versus Zaya Steele. We already know the results with that one. Then we got Divine Dominion in action. Okay. I assume the Bryan Birds are going to come out and attack them just because they did it did it last week. So I'd be prepared for that. And then, of course, the Hurt Syndicate will be returning and back in action to team up with Sean Taylor Promotions. So we're going to see what they're going to do right there. I hate that the Hurt Syndicate got to work with them, but let's just hope that the Hurt Syndicate will be able to tell a story so that way we can see them back in action. But I know people want them back on Dynamite, so we'll see how it plays out from here. But, again, they got to do something besides doing this crap. But whatever. At least they're back in action, so that's great. Hopefully people will sing their song. All right, so get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. And I'll see y'all Saturday at 8, all right? I'm out.
Cut boy! What my name is? Cut boy!